And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with the Game Boy Geek.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're looking at a little card game called Pairs from Cheap Ass Games. And it's spelled P-A-I-R-S because you're trying not to get pairs of these cards, but there are fruits on these cards and you will see lots of pears. Actually, you'll only see one card of pears. This is an interesting game. It's like a little, it's called a classic pub game, and this is a little beer and pretzels game, 2 to 8 players. Plays in, it says 15 minutes, but I'm saying like more like 10. Let's take a look. Okay, we have pairs set up here for 5 players. It plays 2 to 8, and there's no winner in pairs, there's just one loser. And that loser will be the loser depending on how many players there are. That's how many points they need to get to lose the game. Pairs is made up of a bunch of little small tiny little rounds. Now the round starts with everybody will get one card dealt out. If we go for the whoever has the lowest card gets to go first, that would be this guy here. If 2 people have the same, you would deal another card until someone has a lower card. So this guy goes first, number 6, pumpkins. Now this deck is, I guess you call it a triangular or pyramid deck, where the numbers range from 1 to 10. There's 1 number 1, 2 number 2s, 3 number 3s, so on and so forth, all the way there where there's 10 number 10s. So you know how many cards there are. Now at the beginning of the game, at the beginning of every time you shuffle these cards, when the cards run out, you burn the top 5 cards off, so you never have exactly perfect information. So it's this player's turn. He has 2 choices. He can either hit or fold. Now what you're trying to do is get no points. You want to have the least amount of points because you don't want to be the one person to lose. So in here, this person can hit or fold. Now if he hits, boom, he gets a 9. Now what you're trying to do is not pair things up because the game's called pairs. If this was a 6, everybody's card would go to the discard pile. He would keep the 6, for that's how many points he has. We would deal out a whole new round. So he has a 9. So it's this player's turn. He has a 10. There's a lot of 10s in the deck. Now if he folds, what he can do is fold and take any of the, he can take the lowest card of any card on the table. Well, the lowest card now is 6. It's not that low. So this is a tough decision. Does he fold and take the 6? So he would take the 6 and all the other cards would go in the discard pile, we'd start a new round. Or does he gamble to take the 10? Let's gamble. Oh, he got a 10. Okay, so in this case, what would happen is he would keep this 10 to show how many points he has. He'd put it off to the side. And the rest of these cards here would kind of go into a face down discard pile, okay, so you can't see it. This person now has 10 points and you deal out another round. So here we have a new round, lowest number. This person would start. He hits. Ooh, he's got a 4 and a 6. Now this person, 10. Nah, what the heck, let's hit. Ooh, a 2. This person has a 9 and says, you know what? There's a lot of 9s in the deck. I'll just fold and take the 2. So this person would take the 2. The rest of these cards would then go face down the discard pile. We would draw out another 5 cards, and the lowest would start first, and so on and so forth. And that's how the different rounds go. Now, if we look at this person, he's already got 12. And in a 5-player game, you only need 13 points to lose. So this guy's actually really close to losing. And again, these little mini rounds would continue until either someone has hit the losing, or once this deck runs out, you then would shuffle any of the cards that were in the face down discard pile. You'd burn 5 off the top and you'd continue to go until someone has lost. Now there is a variant of the game. It's called continuous. What that means, instead of playing a bunch of these little tiny little short rounds, you would actually play one, a big long round. And the way this works is, same thing, you start with the lowest number, so this person would go first, and they can hit or stay, and they hit, ooh, the only pair in the game, number 1. And so this person can essentially fold or hit. Now if he folds, or he hits and takes a pair, just like before, instead of everybody getting rid of your card and redealing out a whole new round, what happens, let's say this one takes the 1, only this person's thing is discarded. Okay, and so now what this does is it keeps everybody else's cards going. So now this guy's here, he took this card, and so now it's this guy's turn, and now he can do it. Now when it comes back to him, he doesn't have a card, he's gonna be forced to hit. And so it's just a more continuous way of this person hits, this person hits, this person hits, this person could do whatever they want. Let's say they hit, and the new player has to hit, and then it comes to here, and this player says, I'm going to take the 3 because I have an 8 and a 10. So he takes this 3, these get discarded, and now it's this player's. It's just one more continuous round where there's things not as in float. You got to kind of deal with what your earlier decisions have made, and that's how you play pairs. Now, I like how the game is called Pairs because you're trying not to pair up thing, but it also is known as Pair. And just to show you the artwork on the cards, cute little artwork. The 1 is a pear, the 2 is peaches. We've got cherries, blueberries, grapes, pumpkins, mushrooms, lemons, peppers, and onions. And that is Pairs. There's Pairs. It's simple. I like it. It's just this little thing you can put in your pocket. You can play it while you're waiting for your food to come at a restaurant or while you're waiting in a line for something. I mean, it's like, it's fun. It's very light if you go into it thinking, hey, I'm either going to hit or fold and we're going to go around. And it's interesting that even though it's so simple, there is some tension there. Pressing your luck and tension comes back to you. It's like, oh, I've got an 8. There's a 6 there. Do I just take the 6? Or do I possibly take the 8? You know, and you know, it's not brain-burning decisions, but there's some interesting decisions to make, and it's fun to watch people, you got to take the 10 and go on and go forth. It really takes 5 to 10 minutes to play this game. It's pretty quick. So you'll play this game multiple times. It's a fun little, if you're in the mood for a beer and pretzels type of game, where you're just very casual, it's fun and it's easy. I did actually like, we all actually liked, everyone in my group liked the continuous variant even better than the normal variant where you have the little rounds over and over again. We all kind of liked the continuous variant better, where only the person that got paired or the person that folds discards their cards, because then the decisions that you make each round keep compounding in on each other. And we liked that a little bit better, but they're all good. Plays 2 to 8 players. If you're looking for a very quick pub-style game that you can play pretty much anywhere, play pretty quickly, have some interesting things, there'll be times when a card comes up and the whole table goes, oh! If you want some of those things and everybody comes and sees what the heck you're playing, quick and easy, Pairs, I like it.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at DicetowerNetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.